Okay, tell me about the schools.
Alrighty. Yeah, my name is Kemper from Kemper Fume Extraction, Europe, but we have now our offices here in America. And yeah, colleges, we have done many of them in Europe. We are working very much together with the German Welding Institute, German Institute of Welding, who has something like 25, 30 colleges throughout Germany and Europe. And we have provided them with a complete partitioning walls, welding tables, the fasteners to hold the special direction thingies, short exhaust arms, 2 or 3 meters, because in the welding base you only want short telescopic arms or 2-meter arms fold away, centralized ducting into a big centralized filter, noise level 65 dBA, so very easy to run it throughout the day, including lighting kits and automatic start-stop with automatic dampers for each booth, which is then reducing the power consumption of the centralized system because it's fitted with an inverter. So, but I can send you details of this, later on.
Some of your product.
Yes, of course. Maybe something which is very interesting for the future, which is now becoming very popular in Europe and is slowly making its way into the US, is the on-torch extraction, where you don't need to have any exhaust arm anymore, but you capture the fumes directly at source. So this is integrated welding torch package. You connect it to the welding machine and to the filter unit, and then the air is extracted through these nozzles at the front. So here you can see it where it's coming into. But the problem always with on-torch extraction is that a lot of people are afraid of porosity in the welding, because the extraction is also always creating a problem with the shielding gas. So everybody is trying to find its sweet spot of extraction. So, but the normal extraction filter units do have an on-off switch, and maybe you change from 1 to 2, and you have 2 stages of extraction capacity. So very, very difficult to adjust. Our machine is different, which is with an inverter. You can exactly find the right amount of air which is good for you, because one welder is welding like this, another one tilted, one is welding with that much of shielding gas, and the other one with a little bit less. So it's always important to find the sweet spot. And Thorsten, power, and then it is very difficult to adjust the airflow. And then on-torch extraction is difficult to use. We make it a little bit different, because we have the unit here, maybe you can come along, and we switch it on, and we can choose exactly the amount of air we need for this torch, or that welder needs for this torch. Then the filter gets saturated slowly, and normally the airflow would drop. And our competitors, then you need to readjust all the time the airflow, and you cannot see how much air you have. Only we show it. But then if we have, for example, I close now, the airflow is dropping a little bit. And now the machine is slowly adjusting the airflow back to your sweet spot. And this way, you always have the exact extraction capacity you need to have a good weld. And that is very, very unique. Okay. The most important thing in fume extraction when you're using welding exhaust arms is the welding exhaust arm itself. Because without a good and easily moving exhaust arm, nobody is using the fume extractor. And therefore, we take a lot care about the easiness of movement. I use 2 or 3 fingers, position the arm, and put it back. And if you have the old-fashioned exhaust arm with a friction joint, you need both hands, push it like this, and if you do that 2 or 3 times, especially in production, you don't do that anymore. And here it is moving very, very easy. And that is making the difference between filter system which is used and one which is not used. This unit is a self-cleaning cartridge filter unit. It has a PTFE laminated cartridge in it, means the dust is not getting into the filter, it stays on the surface of the membrane. The filter unit is measuring the resistance, cleaning itself down, and then the dust is ending up in a dust collection container at the bottom of the filter unit. And there you can open the drawer, take it out, and then the dust is in the bin liner. So
you're not buying filters.
we don't need to buy filters, and yeah, especially for heavy duty application where you're welding a lot, to one spool per day or two, then you have this type of so I switched the unit on, and the noise level is quite acceptable for a strong unit like this. It does 700 CFM at the hood, which is quite strong, and this exhaust hood is giving you a super large suction field. In Germany, the hood has been tested together with 6 other hoods, all got provided the same amount of air, and our hood came out to be the most efficient one. So every hood had the same 600 CFM, for example, but due to the fact that we have the shield here and a rectangular hood, our hood is the most effective one. The air is coming in from the bottom, from the side, and also from the back. And as we draw the air like this, we have a much larger suction field, and the operator can use it much in a wider way. Also rectangular. Why have a hood like round? Nobody is welding in a circle. Everybody is welding from left to right, and therefore it's rectangular. Less replacement of the hood, together with the easiness, no nose level, good extraction. If the budget is maybe a little bit less, we also have the filter units which are having exchangeable filters. Same extraction capacity, same exhaust arm, same features, but the filter unit can be exchanged very easily like this. Here we are, that's the filter, and it has 25 square meters, which is roughly 250 square feet of filter surface, which gives you a very long filter life of the filter, because it's a large filter. But the good thing is, if you need an exchange filter, you can replace this to a 400 square foot filter, which is even bigger. But twice the, or nearly twice the filter surface does mean 3 times the filter life. So it's a very good alternative to self-cleaning cartridge filter units. One thing I forgot is this feature. It's an automatic start-stop. You plug it in to the machine, put this sensor to the earthing cable of the welding machine, and then the machine starts and stops automatically with the welding, when the welding machine gets started and stopped. With a delay, you can adjust the delay 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds, whatever you want.
Can you explain about this big one?
Yes. Okay, the clean air tower is a general ventilation device. General ventilation should be used if there is still some smoke in the factory, and the local exhaust ventilation was not sufficient, or is not working, or the people cannot use it. Then you have general ventilation to clean the overall air, to reduce the background levels. The machine is taking in the air at the top at about 3.5 meters, and normally the welding curtain layer is hanging around between 4 and 6 meters. That's where this cleaner tower is taking the air in. It's then getting filtered and giving the air out very slowly at the bottom of it. This is called displacement ventilation. We displace contaminated air with clean air. We push the clean air back into the workshop, push away the contaminated air, which is going up and away, and in a circle of 30 foot around the clean air tower, you have a much cleaner working environment. And if you keep those units switched on the whole day, you have a constant cleaning of the background level of welding smoke. So it's very good also in schools for the teachers who walk up and down the cubicles and need clean air in the classroom. A thing like this is doing very is very helpful to clean the background levels or keep it low.